Y'all ready?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm heading down I-35, just left Moore. We're right smack in the middle of a winter storm warning. Got several more hours of snow on the way, but I'm on my way down to the Wichita Mountains. Get some hiking in. I don't have any good snow videos or pictures or anything, so I wanted to hit some of the main spots. I will not be scrambling. I'll be completely off the rocks today, just staying on trails, and I'm sure most of the trails I'm not even going to be able to see, but I've hiked there long enough to know where they're at. So the road's pretty treacherous. There's a couple of accidents down by Lawton on I-44 that I'm going to have to divert around, but just got to be careful and go slow, and it's going to take me a lot longer to get down there than it usually does, but once I get there, and it's going to be beautiful. So I really don't know what I'm going to see yet. I'm just going to play it by ear and see what I can get to, and yeah, that's about it. So, well, I made it here. It took me about an hour longer than usual. Roads were pretty treacherous in some spots. Some spots that were really good in, but the road crews did a pretty good job for the most part. There's a break in the snow right now, but there's more coming. So I was going to do a time warp here, but my windshield is just too dirty. It won't come out very good. The ice has blocked my ability to clean the windows. So anyway, I'm coming into the refuge. I'm heading over to Charons Garden first, and then I'm just going to work my way back east and see how far I can get before I run out of daylight, or I just get too tired from trudging through the snow and the spikes. Man, it is beautiful. Well, there's Mount Scott. At least there's some tracks to follow. I think about 30-45 minutes to get all the way out there to the other side of Treasure Lake Job Corps. That's my first goal. This road between headquarters and Treasure Lake just sucks, man. Asked a couple of photographers. I recognized a couple of them, but either way, I am almost there. It feels like I've been driving for an eternity, but I've done it safely. So it's pretty out here, though. They got a few inches for sure. This might be the worst road I've been on today, though, but this is what I absolutely expected. I don't have zoom, but if you look up there towards Bat Cave Peak, you can see the monolith boulder, man. It really stands out. All right, made it over to Charons Garden. Skidded past the turn, though, to go towards Treasure Lake and Post Oak Lake, so I had to turn around up here to go back to it. Didn't want to end up in the ditch. There's a good view of Charons Garden Mountain over there. And then you can see Granite Mountain here. Looking back towards where Spanish Canyon is. Really pretty out here. Haven't seen one buffalo or one longhorn yet. I'm sure I'll bump into some on the trail. All right, I made it. I'm bundled up. I'm actually warm, so hopefully it stays that way. Spikes on. Barely see a trail right now, but that will probably fade. Now there's going to be some spots with some drifts, so I'm just going to be very careful. Now my goals for this part are to go see Upper and Lower Post Oak Falls. Don't expect a whole lot of flow, but it should be pretty, so we'll see. Now, Elk Mountain and Mount Lincoln look really pretty. And there's parts of this trail that are several inches deep. Definitely some drifts here. Got good traction though, feel good. Let's see, false summit of Granite Mountain and then Twin Rocks Mountain right over there. So beautiful, man. I have never hiked out here with this much snow. I mean, we rarely get snow like this in southwest Oklahoma, maybe once every 5 years. A lot of times we get that quick snow and it's gone by afternoon. This will be sticking around for a couple of days. As usual, it'll be hard to see on the GoPro. There's two pretty good sized elk right down there. Look like couple females. I made it here in about 15 minutes. I'm gonna go to the right first, go see the big one. This will be the tricky part right here. This is the part I was kind of worried about. Tell you what though, these spikes really do give me some traction. It's nice. Almost there. Little waterfall is just right over there. Go check this one out first. Alright, at least I've left footprints out here in the 4 to 5 to, man, a couple places almost a foot deep snow. Someone else wants to check this out today. And I can see it is running a little bit. Tucked away back in this little canyon. A lot of little rocks in here, gotta be careful, I can't see most of them. And looks like it's a little bit of the water that's frozen, not the whole thing. Waterfall's definitely running pretty decent. Beautiful. Now this is one of the waterfalls that tends to run year-round. This one, this being the big one, and the little one, and then waterfalls in 40 Foot Hole. I've seen them run pretty much year-round with the exception of some drought years in August and July. It's pretty. Now, I would not have made that without the spikes. All right, one more look at it before I turn around and go northwest about a quarter-mile and see the little one. Should be flowing a little bit if this one is. I'm willing to bet this one freezes completely tonight. Supposed to get down to 15, 12 degrees or so. This one will probably freeze. And there's more snow on the way, so. Anyway, really cool to finally see this in the snow. All right, now we're heading this way. Check out the little one real quick and head on to some other spots. Now, here is Lower Post Oak Falls, flowing nicely. Icicles dangling all over off the top of the granite, just all around. All right, well, been here for a little bit, just taking in the beauty. It's really cool. Like the big one, I expect this one to freeze tonight as well. I didn't really say it for the temperature, but it's about 25 degrees right now. I don't feel a lot of wind where I'm at, but once you get up, you know, higher up, like on that basin and stuff where I started the hike, it's blowing 50 to 20 miles an hour. So the wind chill, it's in the teens, single digits. It's chilly, man, but I'm pretty warm. I feel comfortable. Pulled up the old Air Force Gore-Tex. All right. Got an aggressive agenda, time to move on. Yeah, like I said, left you some footprints here. If you come out and want to check these waterfalls out now, if you come out here next winter, these footprints will still be here in the snow. When it snows again, they'll show back up. So they'll always be out here for you. Find those waterfalls if you don't know how to get to them. All right, almost back to the parking lot. I'm gonna check out Treasure and Post Oak Lakes just real quick, and then I'm gonna head on to French Lake. Very pretty. A little bit of water running off the dam there. I'll go down and check it out. Nope. Alright. Get on out of here. Head across the road over there to Treasure Lake and then head on out of Charons Garden, at least for now. This is Treasure Lake. Dam running just a little bit. Just gonna get a quick shot of the lake here, then I'm out of here. Elk Mountain in the background there. I've kayaked this one, but I don't recommend it because I found out later it was actually illegal. Alright, next stop is French Lake. Do a quick little saunter over to the dam. Usually water going over that. And that feeds into the Fish Lakes and then West Cache Creek on down to 40 Foot Hole, which I will be visiting a little bit later. Now, looks like there's been people out here. As I was leaving, there were a couple people that pulled up, so starting to be a few more people coming out as the roads are getting better, but there is another huge swath of snow moving in. So I'm actually lucky to be able to get out here while it's not snowing. But it's coming. There's gonna be more. One more big hike left today. It's going to be over by the Narrows because the gate is closed. Matter of fact, somebody tried to go around the gate and high-centered their car. I saw that on the way in. Anyway, I'll do whatever time and weather permits. Well, I guess whoever stopped here didn't come down the trail. No footprints again. There are a couple of different trails that'll get you over to the dam. This is just the one that follows along the lake itself. Go down below first. Yeah, a little bit of water coming over. Put down here just a little ways, get a video and picture of that. Yes, there's French Lake Dam, flowing a little bit. I think it's my bison trail video. Man, it rained a lot and there's just water just rushing over. It looks like a giant waterfall. Still very pretty in the snow. Elk Mountain framing it there in the background. Huge icicle hanging off the fish bridge there. 5 years old. I do have a picture of my mom when she was pregnant with me climbing into cat cave, which was pretty cool. That was revealed to me in the past year. That was really neat. But over by where I parked, that was one of the last places I can remember hiking. Hiking out here since I was a little tiny, that's for sure. Those ice signals right there, man, those are wild. Alright, I'm going to head over towards Sunset. Rumored that road is closed. If it is, I'll have to park at Caddo and just walk across the hill. Won't be that bad. Caddo and Sunset, my last area here on the west side of the drive over to the central portion where Lost Lake and all that's at. It's pretty deep over here. Not a good day for a picnic. Look at all this fresh powder, man. Just amazing. There's been a few people here today. Yeah, got a little bit of runoff there. Par for the course. Let's see if this little one up here is going. I'm looking back the other way. Yeah, like I said, give this a couple of days, probably tomorrow evening and into Friday morning. This will be running really good. Be some really impressive waterfalls to see as this melts. Funny how this Oklahoma weather works. It was just 75 degrees 2 days ago. There it is. 25 with a wind chill damn near 0. And snow everywhere. And I'm willing to bet that Saturday and Sunday to be back in the 70s again. It's Oklahoma for you, man. Just wait a couple of days. It will change. And next month, super cell season starts. Alright, and head over to Caddo Lake and then go check out some of the stuff in the central part by 40-foot hole. Starting to snow again. Got some flurries dropping. That second band of heavy snow is about to come through. Alright, here's Caddo Lake. Elk Mountain there. Class Mountain Peak. Echo Dome is barely peeking up over there. And you got Ferryman's Traverse with crab eyes. You can barely see it. And Sunset Peak. This lake is the furthest west publicly accessible one. There's some Canadian geese heading out. Alright. And even the prairie dogs want no part of this cold. Guess their holes are snowed in. Well, they're safe from the rattlesnakes today. This is Burford Lake. This is the dam. A lot of runoff. I thought for a second you could have martinis here, but it's just really faded. So no martinis. Well, here comes the snow. It's starting to fall again. Alright, Lost Lake. Hike around this guy to the dam and then head south. 40-foot hole. See how that looks today. Yeah, there's no footprints here either. I am shocked that no one has been to 40-foot hole today. Wind is chilly, man. dam. It's got to be the oldest dam here in the refuge. Looks like an infinity pool. Once again, I got, I think it's might be a 40-foot hole waterfall video. I've got 2 or 3 where this thing, just like French Lake, is just roaring. You can gauge how good 40-foot hole is going to be based on this. It's just downriver a little ways. So it'll be all right. There'll be a few little streams. Yeah, I can't see the trail at all. It's kind of like over by Elk Mountain. I'm just kind of going off of memory, which is working out for the most part. I've only fallen twice today, and it was just into like a foot of snow, so I'll take the lower trail down by West Cache Creek and get more of the water features. Okay, coming up to the West Cache Creek. Well, I mean, I know I've said it once, but I would be having a hell of a time if I didn't have these spikes. They have been awesome to have today. Got about half mile or so until I get down to 40-foot hole. And I'll just continue along West Cache Creek till it drops back down to the paved road for a little bit. I'll head towards the Narrows. One of my favorite waterfalls in the refuge is right over there. It's running a little bit, about like that one I got on Elk Mountain a while ago. But a little one, not Post Oak. That one, man, you catch that after a good storm, it is really pretty. Believe we'll be getting some wildflowers out here in about a month and a half. Last year was just gorgeous, man. Had a lot of rain, a lot of flowers. I wonder if it'll be like that this year. North wind just cutting right through me. I'm still nice and warm, but you know, just realize that once I leave the Narrows, that wind is going to be blasting me in the face the entire way back. The hole's right over there. Probably this area is probably more known for its waterfalls. Gives you a little waterfall right there. I'll go down there, get a good view of it. heading out of here. Head further along the kite trail south. Meet up with the road and go check out one of the Narrows viewpoints. I'm not going to go all the way back. Just a little ways. Just explore it a little bit. All right. Absolutely beautiful. All right, one last shot before we move on. All right, Eagle Mountain is in sight. I will skirt the northern edge of that, end up going to the northeast side of it for my Narrows vantage point that I want to see. I just don't have the time to go all the way back, and it's just too strenuous today, carrying all this weight. I want to go see some of the other areas, so maybe something I do at a later time, maybe our next big snow or something, but I don't feel like doing it today. Anyway, head in that direction. Coming up to the road again, which I will eventually follow it all the way back out to my car, but I'm going to take a detour at the Boulder parking area and head over by the Narrows briefly. Wind is really starting to pick up. Probably going to blow a lot of this snow off the rocks and the trees. That's one of the reasons I want to come out here today and see everything, because I know the wind can really take everything to the ground. Oh, I see a couple other sets of footprints out here. Must be some others out here by the Narrows. This is called Rattlesnake Island. I don't think we're going to see any rattlesnakes today. Actually, I take that back. Bruce is a rattlesnake magnet. So if he would have come out here today, he probably would have seen one. Now this is the Narrows Trail. This is actually the first trail I've been on today. There's been another set of footprints. This Cache Creek is up a little bit. I already got my feet wet, so I guess it doesn't matter now when I cross. I'm about halfway to the viewpoint that I want to get to. This is the north end of the Narrows. West Cache Creek wraps back around, goes that way. Straight ahead you can see the zoo wall. A lot of really good climbing routes over there. And then you see another hill further back. That's where the confluence of Panther Creek and West Cache Creek is. Follow that guy down about I don't know, another half mile, 3/4 of a mile, you run into where Pennington Mine is at. And of course, Eagle Mountain's right over here. I'm not going to go any further today. I've got a few more things that I want to see, but maybe during the next big snow, I'll walk the entirety of the Narrows. I mean, I've been this way 100 times when it's dry, but it is very pretty. We've got graffiti. Eva, and they're just so bad I can't even tell. I can't figure out who wrote it. Some of the biggest icicles I've ever seen out here today. Alright, I'm gonna head back and get on the road and walk against that north wind for about 1.5 miles. And I think my next stop is Osage Lake, the last bit of hiking that I do today. That'll be about a mile round trip only if we did that. The rest of the spots that I have are all park and walk about 20 feet. So anyway, I'm done here. We shall move on. It's crazy to think Kellen and I were just here a month ago. It was chilly that day, though. It wasn't too warm. It wasn't quite this cold, though. Let me get a close-up of these icicles. Things are huge. All right, making the half-mile hike to Osage Lake. This one's pretty flat until you get right to the lake. This is another one that I've got a video where I kayaked and I wasn't supposed to. I didn't know. I found out after the fact, so learned my lesson. I carried my kayak like half a mile to put it in the water, which sucked. But either way, I won't do it again. But this one's cool because it's got a little cave on the water right next to the dam. So looks like there's been a lot of people out here at this one. It's an easy one to access. It's relatively flat, so I'm not surprised there's been a lot of people out here today. But after this, I'm gonna stop at 3 or 4 lakes, just check the dams out, and they're right off the road. So this will be my last hike, if you really want to call it that. It's not that long. So every single time I come to Osage Lake, I swear to God, every time I've hiked here, there's been a herd of longhorn right next to the trail. So I got to go around it. Don't really feel like getting charged today. All right, here's Osage Lake. Now I'm standing right on top of where that cave is. I actually kayaked into it when I came out here. So there's no water going over this dam. I'll walk over there so I can get a picture with the snow and stuff. It's not a real big lake. It's pretty small. It's a fun fishing lake. So that's Parker Mountain. A couple of good waterfalls over there when it rains a lot. And little baldies over there. I'll be on the other side of that one shortly when I'm at Parker Lake. I think I'll walk down there. First time I've been here, there has been water going across it. There's a little cave right there. Good place to see snakes when you come out in the summertime. Water snakes like to congregate in this area. I was able to get my entire kayak backed into that cave right there. It's deep. Man, these rocks are really starting to dry off. Not much else to see here. No water flowing over this one. I was kind of hoping to see it, but still very beautiful. All right, well, we got 3 or 4 more spots I want to hit. Just lakes, dams right off the road. Looked like Jed Johnson was flowing earlier. maybe stop in Parallel Forest and then Medicine Park if I got time. Then I'm gonna try to get home before it gets too dark. Get out of here before the roads refreeze. It is going to get really cold tonight. The next couple of days are going to be really nice though. This is going to shape up to be a really good weekend out here. It'll be muddy, but there'll be some nice waterfalls for those of you that want to come out and check them out. All right, on to Quanah Parker. This side of the refuge just didn't get as much snow as the west side, or what? It's melting faster. This is Quanah Parker Dam. No water running here either. Still pretty with the snow. Once the snow starts melting, it will run like crazy though. This couple days will be really good out here if you want to see waterfalls. It's pretty far down right now though. There's the one thing we haven't seen today, buffalo. They're right there. They're all hiding. Jed Johnson Lake. See Mount Roosevelt over there, Mount Sheridan, Lobo Mountain. Not sure what that one is right there. Tarbone sticking up over there. And now the flurries start to come back. It's really hard to see, but the tower's over there. I'll probably show them much better on a TV. Lake Jed Johnson. And then a lot more foot traffic at these sites that are just off the road. Surprisingly, this one's got water going over. Usually, if Quanah Parker doesn't, this one doesn't. But it sure is. I ain't gonna go much further than this. It's running nicely. This is a fun lake to kayak in. It's actually illegal in this one. And Quanah Parker, the one I was just at. And these mountains, pretty good sized mountains over here. They're all pretty snow covered. Sheridan dominating the skyline. That was a very tough climb, I believe, last April. This Rush Lake. Got some good flow here. This is an area I really haven't hiked a whole lot of. I'd like to come out here and do some hiking. There's some really cool rock formations up there on that northern massif of Central Peak. I think it's an often neglected area. So I may spend some time out here checking some of this out with the kids at some point. Some pretty good terrain for them. Alright, I'm going to make one more stop over at Parallel Forest, and then I'm going to get on out of here. So there's Mount Roosevelt, Mount Sheridan, and of course that is the infamous Titty Mountain. At least that's what I was told it was called when I was about 5 years old, and that's what everybody else calls it. That's what my kids call it, so whatever. Making a stop here in the Parallel Forest. That's right, this is the forest known to be where all the devil worshiping happening's at. So I've personally never witnessed anything. You get a little eerie in here when you're by yourself, you know, it's your sticks breaking all over the place, and it's just real quiet. I've come around the corner and run right into buffalo before. A lot of footprints here. This is a very popular destination. It's pretty cool to see how the trees are in line, whichever way you look, you know, it's perfect lines. It's pretty cool. It's huge. It's easy to get lost. I always use the mountains on either side for reference. Wall Mountain or which is on the east side, and then Mount Roosevelt is on the west side. It's just pretty cool. It's just so eerie here. No, not really. But it is a cool place. Alright, so after a while it all just kind of looks the same. So I'm gonna head on out of here. Make another stop on the way out, maybe by Ketone Point, and then make a quick stop at Medicine Park, and then head back to the city. At the Ketone parking lot. Yeah, you can definitely see the snow is moving back in. It is snowing hard on the west side of the refuge and Fort Sill. So it's coming. Looks like I'm getting out here at the right time. Just want to stop here and get a nice panoramic view here. You can see Wall Mountain right there stretching across the landscape, and we got Hunting Horse Hill that's kind of back off over this way. You can see Ketone, Hunting Horse Hill's right back there. It's got a couple of summits. That's a real fun climb. And of course Mount Scott, most famous mountain that's out here, which absolutely the roads are closed today. Yeah, it's yeah, the snow's coming back. It's falling. Something tells me it's about to start snowing pretty hard. So I got a nice break. I mean, pretty much the whole 7 to 8 hours I've been out here, it hasn't snowed on me, and as I'm on my way out, it's coming down. So it held off for quite a while.